Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Michelle and today I want to present my beautiful presentation that I've made specially for you. And as you may suspect, it is about a Polish language. Is it really that hard? Spoiler alert, it is. If there is anything you can do about that, well, watch and find out.
So firstly, a little background. Polish language is a Lekitic language from the West Slavic group, which is part of the Indo-European family. It is derived from Proto-Indo-European via Proto-Slavic. Polish is the most closely related to Slovak and Czech language. It has also been greatly influenced by Germanic languages, especially German and Yiddish, as well as Latin and Roman languages such as French. Polish language currently has the largest community of speakers among representatives of West Slavic and is the second Slavic language in terms of number of speakers. It is estimated that about 44 million people worldwide are using this language. From a typological point of view, it's an inflectional language. The oldest sentence written in Polish comes from 1270 from the Book of Henryków, Księga Henrykowska. It reads Daj ut pobrusa a ty pożywaj, which means approximately give this work to me and you rest. But it sounds and it's written nothing like today's Polish.
Polish language has been transforming through centuries, many times. Even in 20th century, it sounded a little bit different in some places than today's. Today we are using a standard Polish language, mostly promoted by the mass media, etc. And many different dialects are mostly preserved amongst the oldest generations that are slowly getting forget in small villages, unfortunately.
And it shook me recently because we have in Poland annually contest called Youth Word of the Year. And year by year I am more stunned with words our Gen Z etc. are using now. It is a little like watching something rotting, but I guess it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I mean, EBDB, what's that? What's that word? It's not even a word. But well,
Bruh.
maybe I am just a boomer now. But nonetheless, it is interesting how changes even in the language are so fast. In Poland, we have 5 main dialects: Greater Poland, Lesser Poland, Silesian, Mazovian, and Kashubian, which is considered often as a separate language within. And now the good parts. Let's start with the Polish alphabet. It is based on Latin script and currently consists of 35 letters. Polish is a phonetic language, so read the letters as they are. So it's A, O, B, C, C, D, E, L, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, L, M, N, N, O, U, P, Q, R, S, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, Z, Z. And as you can see, I highlight the additional letters. And letters Q, V, and X only appear in words of foreign origin. We have also these digraphs. Ch, Ż, Sz, H, J, G. For now it's easy, right? Okay, next. W is a hard consonant, as we don't use V, so it has a similar role to V in English. H, on the other hand, is soundless in both cases. C, Z, Ch, you can say it has similar role to CH in English, but it's harder. Kafka. We have two versions of U. It is open U and closed U, but the sound's the same, brute. Tell you why in a while. Next, SZ, it's similar to SH in English, but it's also harder. Szyszka. And L, it is maybe a bit similar to W in English. It's really soft, woke, łania. Nextly, two versions of Ż, RZ and Z with dat, as we call it. Sounds also the same, and I will tell you later why it's like that. Żebrak, rząd. Cie, eń, eś, ziet. It's just a form of soften the consonant. I also explain it later why it's sometimes using this or just consonant and I, which is the same sound. O and L, well, they are just special, right? G, G. Well, G sounds are maybe a little similar to J, J in English, like Joker, but it's of course harder. Żydownica. G, on the other hand, is a little different, but it's also more rare. And J is really soft in Polish, so it has a similar sound to Y, like yellow. And part 2, pronunciation. Let's see some of these words in action.
Name und Vorname? Grzegorz Brzęczyszczykiewicz.
We have famous Polish words that have almost no vowels. Źdźbło, krnąbrny, strwiąż, rtań, żołądź. And there is no way around it. You have to just learn to pronounce it somehow. Although, of course, not all words look so terrible.
Brzęczyszczykiewicz.
Should also pay attention to the softening of some consonants. As I mentioned just a minute ago, you can use these ready softening forms of eń or eś, but they are mostly are used when they are neighboring another consonant. So when you have the word with consonant, then I, then another vowel, you have to use it like in this form: siano, niania, działo, pianino. And sometimes phonetic transformation of sounds also occurs under the influence of neighboring sounds. For example, chrzan, chleb, kwiat. Not chleby and not kwiat, because, well, it's really uncomfortable to say it like that. Okay, now it's the time for a horror. Something that even Poles sometimes have a problem with. Declension. We have 7 of cases. Nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, instrumental, locative, and vocative. Of course, it was a little hard to transform these questions that they are answering because, well, obviously. But let's see it in action. Just a simple word. Cat. Kot. Kot kota, kotu kota, z kotem o kocie, o kocie. Now another simple word. Stół. Table. Stół, stołu, stołowi, stół, stołem, stole, o stół. Easy. Easy peasy, right?
Pies says nine.
Every noun, adjective, and pronoun has to adapt to them. And it's worth mentioning also that we decline words by masculine, feminine, and neuter genders. So pretty much every word has some gender. Female gender is mostly this one with an A at the end. Not always, of course, because Polish language is the language of exceptions. And neuter gender is mostly the case when you have O in the end. I even found a funny meme that captures this quite well. How to say in Polish your. Twój, twego, twemu, twym, twojego, twojemu, twoim, twoja, twojej, twoje, twoją, twą, twe, twoi, twoich, twa, twej, twych, twoimi, twymi. And of course, plural form Wasz, waszym, wasza, waszej, waszego, waszą, wasze, wasi, waszemu, waszych, waszymi. So, orthography. This is a real deal breaker. When you have to write RZ and when Z with dot, u opened or u closed, ch or h alone. Even Poles have to learn it for many years, often with poor result.
Kurwa, forfiter.
And what's best, we have, as I said earlier, a lot of exceptions that you just have to know. Why? Honestly, language has changed so much over the years that no one really knows it anymore, I think. Or just very few people do. Unfortunately, I don't have any good advice. You just have to remember it. But there are a few rules that make it easier. For example, after consonants, we use RZ, as you can see here, not ESH and not Z with that. Of course, there are exceptions here, like pszczoła or wykształcenie, which is written with ESH, or the other way around, obżarstwo with Z with dots, and many others. Or the ending with uje is written with open U, apart from exceptions of course, and the letter cluster UF is written with closed U, of course, apart of exceptions like the example right here. And of course, the declension by person. It might be just a little bit more complicated than it is in English. And this is just a simple example of to be, być. Ja jestem, ty jesteś, ona, ono, on jest. Plural, my jesteśmy, wy jesteście, oni są. And finally, Polish monster words. Words like przeciętno-opodatkowy or dźwiękonaśladownictwo are a challenge even for native speakers. But the longer, the better.
That's what she said!
Nope. Konstantynopolitańczykowianeczka. It means a small resident of Constantinople. 32 letters. 999 65 letters. But it's more of a fun fact than a usable words. Usable words are, for example, przeintelektualizować, 21 letters, 50-groszówka, 23 letters, or średnio zmineralizowana, 21 letters, sorry. But on the other hand, we have also probably the shortest verb in the world, consisting only 2 letters. Yeah, which means she, he, it, it's.
Popatrz jaka Franca. Kurwa, chce mi wskoczyć na tego. Uciekaj. Fuck. I gotta move out.
So that was a basic introduction, and I won't start about the Polish accent because it's too much, even to me, for me. So good luck if you're about to learn it, and respect if you already slayed the dragon. Pigeons are looking at me.
You will rot in hell.
Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this, leave a like and subscribe to the channel to help me grow. See ya!